What's going on, guys? It's Forgiveness here, and I'm making a part 2 video why Kung Lao is better than Johnny Cage. After the patch, to be clear, I know some people were left confused, assuming that I was speaking before the patch for some odd reason. But no, this is going to be post-patch Kung Lao compared to Johnny Cage. Everybody's saying Johnny Cage is still top 1, but we're going to discuss a few things that clearly shows how Kung Lao is better than Johnny Cage. The first thing I want to do is debunk the theories that Johnny Cage's mix is safe. There's, for plenty of reasons, we're going to go over some, not all of them, but this just main specific ones. So 2-1-2 is an overhead, right? It's -6 on block, so if you just regularly want to block that, then you can take your turn, right? Obviously, I can poke after this or whatever, or something, unless you have a 5-frame startup move, which nobody does in the game. But you can also walk back. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I do this, you have frames to walk back and then hit me with a, whiff punish or whatever you want to do. Okay? Second thing is 2-1-4. Same thing. Same ordeal. You block the low, same ordeal. It's still your turn. Walk back. Okay? And this is very easy to block, y'all. You notice how the low goes doom, 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 when the overhead goes doom, doom, doom. Way slower than the low. So when you see your opponent doing this with Johnny Cage, it's easy to fuzzy low and up block high. Okay? So as soon as you do this, as soon as he does this, you block the low. If you go for the up block, you probably can stun block, but you're gonna be safe, right? Now you can also go for the up block on this move, which we discussed in the last video. If you know your opponent's going to do it, or you're just going to react to it, you know what I'm saying? Block low. If they don't hit the low because you fuzzied it, you could do the overhead. You can get the up block and you'll get the punish. If that makes sense. So when the opponent does this, you'll be safe. But when the opponent does this, you've already fuzzied the low. Now we're going for the up block. You get the punish, right? So fuzzy low, get the up block. If your opponent does the low, you fuzz the low, you're going to be safe either way. And then as soon as you're done blocking, just walk back, it's your turn. Get the whiff punish, establish pressure. Do whatever it is you want to do. This is not a safe, guaranteed mix. The only other mix he has is 4-4. It can catch a opponent poking, you know what I'm saying? If the opponent doesn't want you to get in, they keep mashing poke, like against REIKOs or Raidens, you can do this. It's a good get-in option if you can react to a poke or go for a hard read, right? Now, let's compare that to Kung Lao's mix. Let's go over to Kung Lao. We have a overhead, okay? We have a low sweep that's +3 on block. We have a mid into an overhead. We have a mid into a low that can be full combo with Goro. We have a high into a low. That's a 6-frame startup high. The fastest move in the game is 6-frame startups. It's the fastest move in the game into a low, which you can get on Oki. You can jail this move. So say if my opponent's not blocking high, low. Let's see, stance, and then normal. Say your opponent's not blocking low, right? So you can do this and then jail that. You can jail this into Goro. So we're gonna go okay, and you get a full combo for that. Guaranteed safe mix. And as you can see, it's the same same -6. So even if you do the mix, you're safe. Or you can call Goro and you can be +14. Into more mix. You can go do onto the jail. You get this, you jail that, this. You can go into a mid for interruption. If they say they want to poke, you get the mid. Take your turn. For trying to disrespect. You get the 2-1, which is an armor breaking move. You get the 2-1-3, which is an auto shimmy. The opponent cannot armor through that move. There's no gap. You can also go into more pressure. Be safe on that. You can go into, you can hit the low, jail this into Goro, and then you can get the the overhead. And if you land this in the corner and then to the hat, you get a full combo. If you land this raw with no hat, and call out Goro, you get a full combo. You're not, obviously this is negative, but when you set it up right, you can make it safe with Goro. You understand? Okay, so let's say the opponent's blocking high. You hit him with the low. Hit him with the low. Guess what? I'm plus. I am plus. If I do this from right here, I'm +4. Okay? When you get the back 4, you can go into a stand 3, which is neutral on block, so the opponent can still mash poke after. And if he hits, he gets the jail with 2-1 again into a shimmy. So I get the dis, and then I could just shimmy. So much better than Johnny Cage. Let's get into the next thing. Lau's dive kick. Lau's dive kick is so good in neutral. I mean, this dude can literally control control the whole map, right? He's got a projectile that goes full screen, that hits mid. This one hits high, but if you do this one, it hits mid, so you can't even duck it. They want to get in, you can just dive kick like this. You can dive kick. I mean, he has so much potential in the screen. If the opponent wants to, you can do that. If he wants to counter poke, you can just go like that, get a full combo off of it. Say you want to make it safe. You know what I'm saying? You got Goro to make it safe. Actually, it's +11. So he has a lot more control in the neutral than Johnny Cage does. Johnny Cage doesn't even have a projectile. Unless you're playing Sonya that has like, what, a 12-frame startup move? I don't even know what it is, but it's so slow. We already got into the standing 3 being neutral. Okay, his walk speed's good. His jump is good. Johnny, the dive kick is so good because the biggest reason why this dive kick is so good is this right there. This right there. The opponent's gonna, once you get your opponent to start respecting this, you don't even have to start setting up safe jumps with this character. You can literally just jump in for free because they're expecting the fucking dive kick. You get to just jump in for free with this character into a overhead mid low. Or you can go to a overhead mid overhead. Oh, I messed that up. Overhead mid overhead. You know what I'm saying? And if you get the and when you get the jump in and you get this, you get to call Goro out and get a full combo, guys. His mix is so much better, so much safe. Got plus frames on it like a fuck ton. It's just way better than Johnny Cage. Another thing that Kung Lao has, ironically, is a 6-frame startup move, like I was telling you guys earlier. Kung Lao could just do this, and you have to respect that. It's a mid, right? The whole point of these videos is to try to get this move nerfed to a high, right? It still would not change the way Kung Lao plays. It would just take away the brain dead mechanics, which is let me do neutral and then into an EX safe armor mid launcher. Like I'm cool with this being neutral and you want to go for a poke. I'm cool with this being neutral and you want to go to a poke or overhead or whatever you want to do. I'm cool with this being neutral and you want to go for a backdash. But I'm not cool with this being neutral and then I can't even take my turn because I have to eat a safe armor mid launcher. It is ridiculous. Johnny Cage does not have a mid launcher, a safe mid launcher, right, guys? 2-1, 2-1-2 is an auto shimmy move. If you don't know what that means, basically, I can make my opponent, I'm +3 on that. So because I'm +3 on that, he's going to respect it, right? So I can go into a grab, I can go into a back 3-4, go into the mix, I can go to more pressure, whatever I want to do, right? I can back 3, bait the poke, get the shimmy, right? Because he's going to think I'm going to grab, he thinks I'm going to grab, he's going to disrespect, I get the shimmy, right? Now let's talk about the auto shimmy. With the same move, you're going to use the shimmy, which is this right there. This move is an auto shimmy because it hits mid. So if your opponent's been poking after this the whole time, then you hit him with this right there, and that's an auto shimmy. And then look at the frame data, -5. You're safe on that. And there's no gap in the string at all. No gap at all. They have to hold this. If they try to press or do anything, they're getting hit into a full combo. And Johnny Cage doesn't have anything like that. Johnny Cage, the only way Johnny Cage is doing quote-unquote auto shimmies is down 3, jailing it to, like, you know, down 3, stand 1. You know, you land the down 3, you get the stand 1, you jail into 4-3. But there's a gap in between there, and I'll show you. I will show you right now. So you got Johnny Cage, right? We're gonna put our opponent on block mode stance. Okay, and I'm gonna record this. He's gonna get the right? All this jails. Okay? Even with the jailing, I can armor out of that pressure. It's not real. There's not an auto shimmy. I could just take my turn whenever, even if I want to do this. I mean, he literally has this move because it's a mid. He can just throw it out whenever he wants and get a full combo that goes into an Oki situation, and then that situation, Kung Lao's safe mix makes it unbearable to freaking deal with. Johnny Cage has nothing like this, guys. If you guys disagree, let me know what you think in the comments. Give me some actual evidence and like video proof or links and footage of things that contradict what I'm saying here, instead of just saying, well, so-and-so said so. If you guys enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think. Peace out.